This is the top 10 they put together. I'll remind you once more that these are picks they would make, not what they're projecting will be made. And again, the entire thing is available 3 rounds in this mock draft on ESPN+. So the most interesting part of that to me clearly is New England moving all the way up to 7, doing something Bill Belichick, 2 things he never does. He never moves up in the draft, he always moves back, and he never takes quarterbacks early. That said, these are different times for the Patriots. So, Dan, I'm giving this to you as simply as I can. Be as specific as you will. What do the Patriots need to do about quarterback right now?
They need to even the playing field within their division because their division has got Josh Allen, Tua Tagovailoa, and likely Zach Wilson. Now, who is that? If I was New England, I would be targeting Justin Fields. I think Justin Fields fits a lot of what they're trending towards wanting to be offensively. You're looking at 1 year with what Cam Newton did last year. And I got to imagine that Josh McDaniels, who's this super kind of creative offensive mind, just dipped his toe in the water and said, man, we can do some really cool stuff with this quarterback movement, a little bit more of getting outside the pocket, utilizing the quarterback run, being a big-time athlete, while also operating stuff at the line of scrimmage. Justin Fields has plenty of tape where he's operating protections at the line of scrimmage. So he can kind of morph the offense of the past with Tom and the offense of last year with Cam into what they could potentially do with Justin Fields. I just think they'll have to be aggressive to go get him.
All right, Fields, same question to you. If you're Belichick, what specifically are you thinking I need to get done in the next 2 weeks?
Yeah, I think that Justin Fields is the preferred quarterback in this year's draft class, who I think is also realistic to acquire, right? I've been operating under the presumption all show that it goes Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, and then Mac Jones. The question, I think, is just how far of a move-up will it require to land a player like Justin Fields? I tend to think the floor for the 5th quarterback, as I mentioned earlier, is the 9th overall pick, but Justin Fields has a massive arm, excellent accuracy, leadership that is just unquestioned, a guy who has this feel for big moments that I think is going to resonate, because although the Patriots dipped last year, you know the Patriots, because of their 20-year run of success, are always going to be a team with the bullseye on its back. They need a leader who can handle that pressure. I believe that Justin Fields has so much good football ahead of him and would fit right in as a natural succession plan following Cam Newton, which could be after this season or after just a couple of games in the 2021 regular season. We'll see just how much time or how long of a leash Cam Newton would actually have in that scenario.
And then Mike T, I'm fascinated by the mechanics of it. Take me through how this works as one who has made these calls. You're Bill, you want to get up there to get one of these quarterbacks. We see the spots in front of him that might be available. Take me through how you would anticipate that going.
Yeah, Green, those conversations are literally happening right now. I'm sure Coach Belichick is on the phone with Matt Rule, head coach of the Carolina Panthers. They're there at 8. They recently traded for Sam Darnold. They owe a 2 and a 4 next year to the New York Jets. A perfect win-win is for Coach Belichick to say to Coach Rule, hey, if our player is there, player X, but if he is there, we will come up and give you 15 and next year's 1. That is a win-win, because now if I'm Carolina, I have Darnold. I don't have a 2 and a 4, but I have 2 1s next year. And if I'm New England, I got a massive discount over what San Francisco had to pay to Miami to move up. And if it's Fields' scenario, they come out of this with Justin Fields. He sits behind Cam Newton, and I think that's a win-win between Carolina and the Patriots.
To be clear, though, I just want to make sure we're being clear. You're not talking about making that trade today. You're talking about Bill saying to Matt Rule, if the player is there, we'll do that on the clock.
Absolutely, and I've done that before, where you have agreement in principle, where we're not going to trade up for less, and you're not going to ask for more. This is the parameters of the trade if the player we want is available to be drafted.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.